Okay. See, b greater than b equal 0. That means, see, we are taking two things. Okay. If the second one, okay, that is b. If b equal to 0, then we cannot do the division. So, it is written, if b equal 0, then correct. Else, we can do the, okay, we can do the division, that is c equal to a by b. Yes, it is there, listen. As long as, actually, you see, 20 times for statement will be 0 to less than 20, means 20 times the for will be executed, for loop. So each time, actually this A and B are taken from outside, no? So, yes, for the first time it is going out. Okay. Actually, if the, actually in this loop, in this for loop, for first time it is going out. Out of what? Out of the for loop. Okay. But it is remaining inside the quotient method. Okay. Here you can say program over, it is printed. So it is just going out of the for loop and remaining outside. Useless, but listen, it is just showing you the example how it can move away from the for loop. And you can see if B is correct, if B is not equal to 0, then you can get that same result 20 times. Or not? You can get the same result, same A by B will be happening, and 20 times you will get the same result. Now see another example. Here, you see, there is an infinite loop, for loop, that is the inner loop. The inner for loop is just one example of the infinite loop, because in the for, okay, parenthesis, nothing is mentioned, only two semicolons. Okay. Now what is printed here? CS2 is printed. CS2 is printed. Okay. Now now you see J++. When J is equal to 10, then only it is go out of the inner for loop. So that means 10 times J was started with the 0 in the outer loop. Okay. So when J becomes 10, that means 10 times happens. So 10 times you have already seen this CS2. Though it is an infinite loop, still it is over after 10 times. Okay. And in the outer loop you have a line draw. You have a statement to draw line. So in the outer loop again you are entering, okay, and doing for the second time. The outer loop, okay, is executed for the second time. Like that, the outer loop is executed, then inner loop is executed, inner loop 10 times. So outer loop also will do 10 times. So how many times this CS2 will be shown? 100 times. 10 into 10, 100 times. And after each inner loop, a glass, no, 100 times. CS1 is printed 10 times. Oh, CS1 is printed 10 times. Okay. CS1 is printed in the outside of the outer loop. It is the outer loop. Printed in the outer loop. And CS2 is printed in the inner loop. CS2 is printed 10 times. CS1 is printed 1 time. Each time. So, because the outer loop is 10 times, so you have 110, 11 into 10. Okay. 110 times printed. CS1 and CS2. Because here the CS1 and CS2 are same. You look at this. The inner loop, inside the inner loop, every time CS2 is getting the value of CS1. So because CS1 and CS2 are same, the same value is printed for 110 times. We have seen use of break statement. Also we have seen the use of break statement in the switch. Yes or no? Switch. Okay, now we have continue statement. Continue. The continue is another jump statement like the break statement. As both the statements keep over a part of the code. I have told you the continue statement does not force the termination of the loop. It forces the next iteration of the loop, keeping any code in between the next iteration. Okay. So look at this program. 0 to less than 20 means 20 times, 0 to 19. Okay. And it is telling that system.out.print enter two numbers and the two numbers are read here. You have to write the commands to read two numbers. You know the commands, they like this input stream reader, buffer reader. Those things you have to supply here for taking two numbers. You take two numbers in the name of A and B. So, if you have taken the values of B 0, so if B equal to 0, then you cannot do the division. So, you should show this message, denominator cannot be 0, enter again. So, for entering again, the for loop should start again. Or not? So, next iteration should start. Okay. That means from the 20 chances, one chance is over. You are in the second chance. Suppose you are in the second chance, you are in the third chance. It is not that it is giving you these 10 chances, same number of chances. Okay. So if that happens if B equal 0, but if B not equal to 0, then we can do this. Okay. So in the if part, you have this B equal 0 and the message showing and the continuous statement, but in the else part, actually you are finding the questions and showing the questions. Okay. And you do it for 20 times. So that 20 times you are taking the values and seeing how many times they are successful in getting the quotients. So we have seen the break and the continuous statements. No, we have seen the break can take the control outside of the loop. So, break, understood? Now we have labels and branching statements. So I equal to 0, I less than n, that is, you see there is a label kept outside the outer loop. That means in the beginning, okay, outer, and inside the outer loop, that is outside the inner loop, inner. So two labels you have, or not? Huh? Two labels you have. So see, in the inside inner loop, you have a statement, if statement. So your I is increasing, j is increasing. I is starting from 0 and moves to n, okay, and j starts with 0 and moves to m, or not? So, in the inner loop it is written, see, I greater than j. So, see, I greater than j. If I greater than j is showing I greater than j. Else, if I equal j, because you see I is changing and j is changing. Sometimes they may equal, or I may be less than j, or I may be more than j, or not. So when it is equal, when it is greater than, it is showing I greater than j, and it is going to the outer loop. It is going to the out of the inner loop and start the outer loop. Outer loop next term. Okay, next term means if outer loop I was 0, I will be 1. If I was 1, I will be 2. Okay, understood? So when I becomes more than j, then it shows I greater than j. That means in the inner loop it is only existing when I less than j. Understood? When I more than j, it just moves out of the inner loop and goes to the outer loop. Okay? Or next occurrence. Okay? But if it is less than j, then no problem. Okay? But I may be equal to j, then it is going just out of the inner loop. Out of the inner loop. Sorry, I told wrong. See, when in the inner loop, it is I greater than j, it is break outer means it is completely going out of the outer loop. Out of the outer loop. Understood? Complete. It is over. All over. So anytime I greater than j, it is all over. But if I equal to j, it is just going out of the inner loop and the outer loop continues. Otherwise, normally it is continuing. But it will never, it will come that this chance will never come. I greater than j will never come, I think. Or it can come. Yes, it can come. It can come. Yes. So when I value is the 0, then I greater than j will not be happening. Okay. When I value is 1, that time it will be happening. When it will enter to 0, that time it will happen. So those things will not work. That time it will go out. Huh? So we have seen labels. How this same within, same break and the same break and continuous statement can be used with the labels to control differently. Okay. You see here break outer, break inner. This label is mentioned. Where it will take the control. Okay, just like that, you have a continuous statement like the break. So the continuous statement program is not mentioned here. That you can see from other examples or from other books. এই প্রোগ্রামର try run କର last program